Most of us recognize Shaquille O'Neal as one of the greatest basketball players of his generation, and the star of the film Kazam. But in addition, O'Neal is also a very successful businessman that has earned himself a whopping net worth of over $400 million. Before becoming a conservative Aristotle when it comes to spending, he hasn't always been smart with his money. Here is how Shaquille O'Neal spends his billions. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now, let's get into it. Since playing for the NBA, O'Neal has had to learn how to handle the enormous wealth that was given to him. If he had not learned those lessons, he might have exhausted his earnings completely and left virtually nothing for retirement. In the next 60 minutes, after signing his first basketball contract at the age of 20, he had destroyed over $1 million. The NBA star purchased a $150,000 Mercedes-Benz that he immediately followed up with a matching car for his dad, as well as a $100,000 model for his mom. With the remaining money, he spent it on paying off his mother's house and doing what all the homeboys do, buying rings and diamonds and earrings and this and that, he told Business Insider. After playing for 19 seasons, O'Neal retired in 2011, and he then realized that he needs to keep his expenses in check. However, looking back on the days when he was still a spendthrift, he says, it was well worth it. Today, he has completely changed the way he manages his finances. In fact, he only spends 25% of his income. His income is so high, though, that it still leaves room for fancy cars, jewelry, and pretty much anything he wants. Here's a rundown of O'Neal's latest expenditures. Sweet 16 gift. An athlete has a different way of spoiling his children, and that's especially true for Shaq, who doesn't mind dipping into his wallet. Most of us can barely even remember what we received upon turning 16. For Shaq's son, though, it will be a memorable day for all times to come, given that he did not get to keep one, but 2 cars. Shaq bought his son a stunning Jeep, and as if that wasn't enough, it came with a car that most of us yearn for, a Lamborghini. Those 2 rides cost the big man in the 6-figure range. Not to mention the lavish party he also threw for his son. The night cost Shaq dearly. Shaquille O'Neal gives a home to the family of a boy paralyzed in a shooting. Shaq was deeply moved by Isaiah Payton's story, as he'd become paralyzed at the age of 12 due to gun violence. After learning the poor boy couldn't be released from the hospital because his family's home was not equipped to handle his disabilities, O'Neal decided to help. He contributed by providing a new house, accessible for wheelchair users, to the boy and his family. In an interview with CNN, he discussed the gesture. I was watching the story and it's just sad. It could have been any one of us. It could have been my son. It could have been your cousin, and she was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with her 2 boys. So we found her a house in College Park. Nice area. I'm going to get her some Ring cameras on me. We're going to give her some furniture, TVs, and pay her rent off for a year and help her get on her feet. There's nothing like a car enthusiast. Shaq's first impulse purchase back in the day was a trio of Mercedes. His love for cars has not waned since. The former basketball MVP loves to have his cars customized, and he likes them big, to fit his 7-foot 1-inch frame. You'll find in his garage what seems to be a car factory of different brands. It is packed with huge Ford F-150s, along with everything from a custom Vador to a modified Lamborghini. How does he fit in his smart car, you ask? He's just had the roof of it sawn off, as if it's not a big deal. Shaq is about to get his hands on another baby for his car collection. He ordered the Nikola Badger, nicknamed the Diesel, a hydrogen fuel cell electric hybrid pickup truck, which will be manufactured in Arizona later this year. We can't wait to see how he customizes it. Custom Orange County chopper. In the same way that Shaq loves to customize his cars, his motorcycles must also be totally custom-made. Legendary bike builder Paul Tootle Sr. went out of his way to make Shaq a totally custom bike with his Orange County chopper team. The ride was stretched out 4 feet longer than a regular 10-foot bike in order to accommodate O'Neal's arthritic hips. Shaquille O'Neal finally got his massive custom bike from the guys at Orange County Choppers after a year of waiting. And from the looks of the photos, the wait was definitely worth it. This one-of-a-kind bike is estimated to have a price tag of $130,000. Papa John's Board of Directors. It's no secret to anyone who knows Shaq that he loves to invest in fast food restaurants. That was the case when he put in money for Atlanta Krispy Kreme, Las Vegas fast casual Big Chicken, LA's fine dining spot, and Five Guys. He did the same for 9 Papa John's restaurants in Atlanta. Shaq invested approximately $840,000 towards the restaurant's $2.8 million acquisition cost. Along with his investment, he would also serve as a board member, while earning $8.25 million in salary as an ambassador for the brand. Money well spent, indeed. $1 million Atlanta home. Shaq spent $1.15 million on a beautiful estate in McDonough, Georgia. The property sits on 14.3 acres and features 2 homes and a 3-stall barn attached to a workshop. The main house, built in 2008, has 5 bedrooms, 6 full baths, and 2 half baths. It features a gunite pool with a built-in hot tub and a finished basement with an in-law suite, a 12-seat home theater, a craft room, and an exercise room. In the second home, there are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an attached Florida room. A brand new laptop for a fan. A man shopping at a Georgia Best Buy got quite the surprise when he ran into Basketball Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal, and Shaq made the moment even more unforgettable. Patrick Martin says he was just looking to buy a laptop at Best Buy in McDonough, Georgia, south of Atlanta, when he spotted Shaq. Martin offered his sympathies to the NBA legend for the passing of Kobe Bryant and O'Neal's sister, Aisha Harrison Jax, who died in October last year after a battle with cancer. Shaq was moved by the gesture and told Martin the laptop was on him. Martin wrote in a Facebook post that O'Neal told him, "Get the nicest one in here and I'll pay for it." Biggest purchase in Walmart history. Shaquille O'Neal visited Walmart shortly after joining the Phoenix Suns. It was in the early hours of the morning and the big man's credit card was declined in the process, but he still managed to spend more than $70,000 in a single shopping spree. He did not have anything for his apartment, so he turned to Walmart for some essentials. However, essentials to Shaq means everything from furniture to clothes and amenities. Investing in Google and Apple. In a recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, O'Neal said, "I heard Jeff Bezos say one time that he makes his investments based on if it's going to change people's lives." He followed that sentiment and it worked wonders for him, as he quadrupled his Google and Apple investments. Back in 1999, Shaq was one of the early investors in Google, after overhearing 2 men discussing search engines, and likewise took a stake in Apple, the world's largest technology products company. At the time, he was still playing basketball. Shaq's business is clearly more about his personal interest than money, but in this case, the extra money didn't hurt. If you were Shaquille, where would you like to spend your millions on? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe on our channel, so we continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.